My name is Yhan. I am the training officer here at the Public Procurement Commission. Today, we are going to explore a topic that directly affects everything in public procurement. The topic is procurement methods in Guyana. So grab a notepad or just your attention and let's go through procurement methods in Guyana. We'll look at the following methods. 1. Open tendering. 2. Restricted tendering. 3. Request for quotation. 4. Single sourcing. And lastly, community participation. But before we examine these methods, let's start with the basic. Public procurement is the process by which the government acquires goods, works, and services. It's a core part of public service delivery. And when done right, it ensures your tax dollars are used transparently and efficiently. It builds trust, drives development, and creates opportunities. All public procurement in Guyana is guided by the Procurement Act, Chapter 7305, and the regulations made thereunder, and is overseen by key institutions like the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board, NPTAB. Let's look at open tendering. This method is one of the most transparent methods to be used by procuring entities and is mandated by law. Open tendering allows qualified bidders to submit a bid or a pre-qualification application once an open invitation to tender is issued. The call is publicly advertised, often in widely circulated newspapers and in some cases, media such as websites or digital platforms. In certain cases, the law allows for exception to the open tendering method. We will now examine these exceptions which are provided by law. The procuring entity may engage in procurement by means other than open tendering, that is, according to Section 26 of the Procurement Act. That's where restricted tendering comes in. Instead of inviting the general public to bid, all suppliers and contractors with the specialized skills that is required by the procuring entity must be invited to submit a tender. Restricted tendering is said to be the best use for faster process and timelines, suitable for specialized goods and services. But you need to be cautious. Even restricted tendering must follow the rules to prevent favoritism and to maintain the integrity of the process. Another procurement method, which is an exception allowed to open tendering, is requests for quotation. It is used for low-value procurement, typically up to 3 million Guyana dollars. The procuring entity requests quotation to garner from as many qualified suppliers and contractors as feasible, but not fewer than 3 quotations, and chosen from one offering with the best value or the lowest evaluated quotation. Request for quotation method is said to be the best used for small routine purchases, is fast and efficient in processes, but not suitable for complex projects or high risk or high value projects. The threshold for this method is 3 million Guyana dollars. Now let's talk about a more sensitive method, single source procurement, also known as sole sourcing. This is when only one supplier or contractor is approached. Why? It could be due to some of the following reasons. The goods or construction are available only from a particular supplier or contractor, or a particular supplier and contractor has exclusive rights with respect to the goods or services required, and no reasonable alternative or substitute exists. Services, by reason of their high, complex, or specialized nature, are available from only one source. Owing to a catastrophic event, there is an urgent need for the goods, services, or construction, make it impractical to use any other methods of procurement because of the time involved in utilizing these methods. The procuring entity, for reasons of standardization and for compatibility with its existing goods, services, equipment, or technology, may need additional supplies from a particular supplier. This method must be properly justified, documented, and reviewed. It must never be used to skip competition for convenience that can damage trust and trigger investigation. And finally, one that truly empowers people: community participation in procurement. Pursuant to Section 29 of the Procurement Act, this method allows local communities to participate in delivering small-scale labor-intensive projects like school maintenance, drainage upgrades, or village waterway systems. Community participation is a procurement method where the beneficiaries of these projects, the regular citizens, are involved directly in the execution of works, supply of goods, or provision of services. It's designed for small, local, and labor-intensive projects, especially in remote communities where conventional procurement may be inefficient or impractical. Community participation is typically used when project is small and simple in nature. It's more cost-effective to use local labor and materials. Traditional procurement would be too slow or costly. The threshold for this method is set at 5 million Ghana dollars. This method must be properly justified, documented, and reviewed. It must never be used to skip competition for convenience. To recap before we close, the permissible procurement methods in Guyana are open tendering, which is mandatory, and as exceptions, the following procurement methods can be used in specialized circumstances: requests for quotation, restricted tendering, single source, and procurement through community participation. On behalf of the Public Procurement Commission, I thank you for listening. We hope this training video on procurement methods has offered valuable insights into ethical standards and best practices in procurement methods in Guyana. For more information, please visit our website at www.ppc.org.gy or contact us directly. Stay informed, stay ethical, stay engaged, stay accountable, and let us build a great Guyana through transparent procurement.